Living in a world where our smartphones keep us connected 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, ironically, we've never felt so undervalued and isolated. It's as if we're shouting into a vast digital void, yearning to be heard and valued by those dear to us. But what happens when our messages echo unanswered, when our existence in others' lives feels more like a convenience than a necessity? In these moments of reflection, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism taught by Marcus Aurelius shines as a guiding light. He reminds us that our true worth comes from within. But how can we weave this timeless philosophy into our daily lives to genuinely increase our value in our relationships and interactions with others? This video will guide you through practical strategies aligned with Stoicism, not tricks or manipulations, to build relationships that resonate with authenticity and depth. Remember, the company you keep is a reflection of your identity. The core of the philosophy teaches us to be indispensable, not because we are needy, but because we are valuable. Let's explore how to weave Stoic philosophy into our daily fabric, creating connections that are not only deep, but also real and rewarding. The first step in mastering the art of being a priority in others' lives is to create a sense of scarcity in your presence. Have you ever wondered why the moon is more fascinating when it's not full every night? It's the same with us. To be more valued, the first practice is to create a sense of scarcity in your presence. It's a Stoic reminder that we are not infinite resources. Our time and attention are like gold dust in this busy age. Imagine, you're the person who always says yes, always available to others. What message does that send? It screams that I'm always available, and that's not a treasure, it's a convenience store. Now change the script. Be like a rare book in a library, available but not always on display. Let people feel your absence. It's not about playing hard to get, but genuinely valuing your time. Marcus Aurelius, a name synonymous with wisdom, hinted at this when he said, "You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He pushes us to internalize worth before seeking external validation. This practice requires a delicate balance. It's not about being distant or cold, but cultivating healthy self-respect. When you respond to every call instantly, you're a servant to others' whims. But when you engage selectively, you're saying, "I respect my time and you should too." This doesn't mean ignoring people, but rather thoughtful engagement. It's about making your yes more powerful by not being afraid to say no. Your presence, your attention should be a gift, not an expectation. Embrace this first practice. See yourself as a rare comet, not just another star in the night sky. Your time and attention are precious. Invest them wisely. When you do, you'll notice a shift. People will start to value your presence more because it's not guaranteed. It's a gift. This is the beginning of being more valued, valuing yourself first. Value your time like a hidden treasure. It's the only thing that cannot be increased. This is at the heart of practice number 2 on our journey to be more valued through Stoicism, avoiding always being available. Stoicism is not about saying no just for the sake of it. It's about aligning your yes with your values. Imagine each day as a canvas. You have a limited amount of paint, which is your time, to create a masterpiece, which is your life. Would you let everyone hold the brush, or would you take control, painting where you believe is best? Saying no can be an act of deep respect for your own life and priorities. As a wise Stoic would remind you, we are the architects of our own fate. It's not about selfishness, but self-respect. When you value your time, others will too. They'll see that your yes isn't given lightly, and when it is given, it's a sign of true commitment and respect. This is a practice of balance. It's not about building walls, but setting boundaries. Think of these boundaries as the banks of a river. They guide the flow of your time and energy, keeping it directed towards what truly matters. By not always being available, you teach others to value the moments they have with you. You become like a rare book in a library, sought after and appreciated. Your presence becomes a gift, not an expectation. In this way, you live true to the Stoic ideal, mastering yourself by mastering your time. Think of your time as a precious jewel, sparkling in your hands. Every moment you give to others is like giving a piece of that jewel. If you give out pieces to everyone who asks, soon you'll have nothing left for yourself. This doesn't mean becoming a recluse, but rather becoming selective, investing your time where it truly matters. Continuing our journey to become more valued and a priority to others, let's now move to the third point, maintaining a sense of mystery in the world around us. Mystery weaves its web in silence, just as the spider creates its invisible art in the realm of being valued. Embracing this silent art of mystery is a practice not only of restraint, but of powerful enchantment. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted deeply in ancient wisdom, holds the keys to this enigmatic practice. It's not about hiding in the shadows, but choosing when to step into the light. To start, think of your life as a novel, with chapters unfolding at a pace that draws in the reader. Share your story, but retain enough to arouse curiosity. Imagine giving someone a map with hidden treasures marked, but not the paths to them. This creates a journey of discovery, where each interaction reveals more depth and texture about who you are. It's in the art of selectively sharing that we create space for others to be interested in and value the unfolding story of our lives. Stoicism teaches us the power of our internal compass. In the whispered words of time, we find guidance. As one who reigns within themselves and governs their passions, desires, and fears is more than a king. It's not about building walls around your essence, but choosing the gates through which you allow others to enter. By regulating the flow of your personal revelations, you foster an environment where your presence becomes a rare and valued commodity. It's a dance between known and unknown, where each step is a deliberate choice, not a reckless stumble. Note: mystery is not a tool of manipulation, but a strategy for self-respect. It's about knowing your own worth and not spilling it like water into the hands of those who may not appreciate its depth. In a world constantly clamoring for transparency and overexposure, choosing what to reveal is a testament to your understanding of self-worth. This approach not only makes others value you more, but also leads you to value yourself. In the end, the deepest mystery you can maintain is how much more there is to you than meets the eye. Imagine yourself at a crossroads. One path leads to solitary self-sufficiency, the other to mutual growth. It's here that the fourth practice of our journey to be more valued arises, allowing others to invest in you. It's a subtle art rooted not in self-importance but in the mutual enrichment of lives. Seneca, with timeless wisdom, hinted at this, finding joy in being chosen for tasks that enrich. By opening yourself to the help and advice of others, you're not showing weakness, you're inviting shared strength. This practice is about building bridges, not erecting walls. Now let's dive deeper. It's about more than just accepting help. It's about nurturing a space where others feel that their contributions are valuable and appreciated. Think of it as a garden. You're the gardener, but you're inviting others to plant their seeds of wisdom, support, and kindness. Each seed they plant helps your garden flourish, and in return they feel the joy and satisfaction of seeing their contributions bloom. This mutual growth fosters deeper connections and respect. It's about creating a cycle of giving and receiving that benefits all involved. Your openness becomes a magnet, attracting people who value genuine connections and mutual growth. Anchor this practice in the reality of our everyday lives. It's in the simple moments, accepting a colleague's help on a project, acknowledging a friend's advice, or simply being open to different perspectives. Each act of openness is a step toward a more interconnected and valued existence. You're not just a solitary figure navigating life. You're part of a larger fabric, woven together with threads of shared experiences and mutual support. Like a modern Stoic, embrace this interdependence with grace and gratitude, and watch as the world opens its arms to you in return. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, what is good for the hive is good for the bee. Your growth and their investment are not just intertwined, they are the very essence of a valued and meaningful life. Now let's move on to the fifth point of our journey to become more valued.